We're just down from the Cooper Union Junction up there. Just down here, somewhere on the right here. Used to be the location of WDIA Radio in Memphis. WDIA was a struggling station until in 1948. They employed Professor Nat D. Williams, who was a biology teacher, to become the first black DJ in Memphis. WDI quickly rose to be the second most popular radio station in Memphis, and when they switched to an all-black programming, it soon became the #1 radio station in Memphis. It was in this area until 1985, when it moved downtown to the old WMPS location, which we'll be visiting some point this week. Other notable employees of WDIA include young B.B. King, Rufus Thomas, Reverend Brewster from East Trigg Baptist Church also had his own program on WDIA. So that was here. So back across the road is the Playhouse, which was the Memphian Theater, probably Elvis's favourite after hours cinema, often renting out the cinema for all night film viewings for friends. And in fact, instead of a New Year's party on 1964, this is where he brought everybody for a night of film viewing. It's also here that he first met Linda Thompson, who would become his girlfriend in the 70s after his breakup from Priscilla. And it was here in the Memphian that they met. The Memphian opened in 1931 and closed as a cinema in 1985, although it's now used, as you can see, as the Playhouse on the square. Although the sign's been ripped off, as you can see, they are actually working on there at the moment. It's not a closed theatre, it is still in use. This is Overton Square, which is probably one of the best places to come of an evening. Can't imagine getting very far with the chocolate in this heat.
Don't stick your head in.
No, I'll resist the urge to put my face in there. Now over to the left was the site of one of Cangre's karate schools. Another one where Elvis would go. So we've come into Overton Park now, and that up ahead was the Overton Park Shell, the site of the first paid performance of Elvis Presley on the 30th of July 1954. Of course, he'd made his first recordings with Sun on the 5th of July. On the 12th of July he'd signed his management contract with Scotty Moore. On the 19th of July, That's Alright, the first single, was released by Sun. Elvis had appeared on stage on the 17th and 24th of July at the Bon Air Club, but it was more as an added attraction with Scotty and Bill's regular group at the time, the Starlight Wranglers. This was the first paid public performance. Sam Phillips had asked Bob Neal, the WMPS disc jockey who held an annual jamboree here at the Overton Park Shell, if Elvis could appear on the bill. that month, headlined by Slim Whitman and Bob Neal. Did put Elvis on the show. Of course, at the time he was completely unknown, and the posters advertised the show with the name Elvis Presley. Elvis came back here a year later and appeared on the Jamboree again on the 5th of August 1955. This time second on the bill. Webb Pierce was the headliner that year. Also on the bill on the 5th of August with Elvis was Johnny Cash and Wanda Jackson. And that was the last time Elvis appeared here as a performer, although he did show up on the 1st of June 1956 when Carl Perkins was performing here live, and there was a few photos taken of Elvis and Carl swapping autographs. Of course, as you can see, it's now called the Levitt Shell rather than the Overton Park Shell. Here's Sean coming down now because it's too hot to sit still in one point. So this is the stage. Elvis would have come through one of these side doors and would have been greeted by the crowd out in front. Of course, at the time this was all tiered seating going up to the back. It was a popular venue of its time, with many orchestra recitals taking place here through the summer months as well. And your first song? That's the Sears Crosstown building. It was Sears-Roebuck and Company, opened in 1927 and closed in 83. There's a tenuous Elvis link here. He applied for a job here in the summer of 53 after leaving school, but he was turned down. And most of the ranch equipment for the Circle G Ranch, plus quite a bit of Graceland furniture, such as the blue drapes in the living room of Graceland, were bought here at Sears, where the bottom 3 floors were for retail and the top floors were for the offices and the mail order part of the business. It's one of Memphis's successful renovations. It's derelict for many years. It's undergone a big transformation in the last few years. Open now as condos and other things, so offices. So a successful renovation of a piece of Memphis history. A couple of Elvis historical points here. Would be that building over there was the Crosstown Theater, another one of Elvis's favourite theatres to rent out after hours. And next door, right on the corner there, was the Tennessee Karate Institute. And part of the Gladiators film was also filmed in there. The instructors here were Red West, Elvis's buddy, and Bill Superfoot Wallace. Just head over to the other side of the road now. Just to show this opposite corner was where, across that corner there was where another of Donald's furniture shops, which I mentioned earlier, was where Elvis bought all the furniture for the Jungle Room. It may have been in the shop that was across the road there, but more than likely it was the one on Elvis Presley Boulevard. Down to the left is a white building down there, and that was roughly the address of Crown Electric, probably when Elvis worked there. Although it said he worked on Crown Electric on Poplar, by all accounts the location on Poplar didn't actually open until 1956, by which time of course Elvis was already world famous star and no longer working there, obviously. So coming up ahead now on Manassas up to Humes High School.